Hello children, we are dealing with chapter 1, organization and living things. Now we are going to deal with connective tissue in this very video. Okay, fine. So as the name suggests, connective, it means tissues that fulfill the purpose of connection. They are connecting something to the others. So especially this connective tissue is connecting and anchoring various body organs. Okay, so they are what they are doing, they are connecting one bone to another, muscles to the bones. Okay, one organ to the other, one part of the body to the other part of body. Okay, so they are acting as a connection or a bridge, a packing material, we can say also like that. So this type, there are different types of connective tissues. There are 5 types: areolar, dense regular connective tissue, adipose, skeletal, fluid connective tissues. So areola or loose connective tissues, this tissue is somewhat loose. Okay, the cellular connective tissues it is, and it is somewhat looser. Okay, and it consists of two kinds of fibers, that is white collagen fibers and yellow elastic fibers or elastin. So they are the one of the simplest kind of connective tissues, and they join our skin to the muscles and fill the spaces between the organs. Okay, and also found in muscles, blood vessels, and nerves. Now dense regular connective tissues, they are the fibrous connective tissues, and they are characterized by the, as they are very densely packed. Okay, and they are connecting lots of fibers in the cells, and they are the parts of tendons and ligaments and aponeurosis. Okay, so tendons, they are cord like and they are very strong in elastic means they are not having this stretchability, elasticity properties. And ligaments, it are very elastic structures and it connects the bones to the bones. And aponeurosis, there are the broad sheets of very dense connective tissues. Okay, and adipose tissues, they are basically aggregation. You can see in this figure, adipose tissues at a one place so many cells have accommodated, aggregated. Okay, means collection. Okay, aggregation means collection. As you can see here in adipose tissue, different cells, your aggregation of fat, actually aggregation of fat cells or adipocytes it is called. Okay, these flat cells or adipocytes, so they are very abundant just below our skin, and in the internal organs also they are found, like kidneys, yellow brown marrow, and they act as a fat reservoir. Whatever extra fat is there in our body, it gets stored here, and it keeps the visceral organs. So what is visceral organs? Means the delicate internal organs of our body. For example, this lungs, heart, kidneys, different organs of the reproductive system. So it is protecting them, covering them, and it just like a shock absorbing cushion around the kidneys and eyeballs if something is happening. Okay, so they are protecting these very delicate organs, and it also help in regulating our body temperature, for maintenance of the body temperature. Now the skeletal tissues, as the name suggests, it support the skeleton. What its function, it is supporting our body, it is a framework of our body. In the similar way, the skeletal tissues, they are supporting the tissues including this cartilage and bones. And what is this cartilage? They are the specialized kind of connective tissues, and they are very compactly packed, means very less space is there, and they are found in ear, pinna, nose, tip, epiglottis, and their main function is to provide support and flexibility to the different body parts, and it also smoothens the surface at the joints. Okay, the junction of the joints, they smoothen. Okay, provide a smooth surface at the uh, point of joints. Now bone, they are very strong and non-flexible, And like cartilage, bone is also specialized connective tissues. So it is very hard, it's porous and vascular, mineralized. It means it's storing lots of mineral. It is made, its matrix is made up of proteins. Okay, our endoskeleton is made up of what? Bones. Now that's why we are having the that posture. All of we are having it's this because of the bones. Because bones are making up a framework. Okay, now skeletal support to the body. It protects our different organs like brain, lungs, etc. Now, what is the function of the bones? The main function is to provide support. As I'm telling you, it's a forming the framework. A skeleton is being formed of the bones. Na? So, whatever body structure we are having because of the bones. Now, protection to protect our internal organs from any kind of injury. Movement. It helps us to move from different body movement is possible because of this bones. Okay, and these bones are the reservoir of the proteins, calcium, phosphorus, all the minerals are being stored up for there. So whenever for important activities the body is needing, it's providing, the bone is providing. Now blood cell production, the production of blood cell, it's happening in the bone only. Okay, it's happening in the red marrow of the bone. Now, fluid connective tissues. As the name suggests, this tissue links the different parts of our body, and what happened? It looks after that the whatever fluid is flowing through the body, na, its supply should be continued. For example, blood. Okay, so through the blood, the whole body is being connected. Okay, so this blood is what? It is a fluid connective tissue. It is a connective tissue plus fluid, means it will in a liquid form, it is connecting one part to the another. Okay, so these also have this matrix or medium called blood plasma. These blood plasma, they contain protein fibers which is called as blood cells or blood corpuscles. There are two blood corpuscles which is RBC and WC. Red blood corpuscles or erythrocytes, white blood cells or leukocytes, and platelets. So for example, these erythrocytes or RBC, they form the major portion of the blood and they transport oxygen, carbon dioxide to from different parts of our body, because every part needs the blood na, and the blood is getting and connecting different organs, different parts of the body, almost every hook and corner of our body. Okay, so is being produced in the bone marrow. Now WBC, as we all know that it is WBC, they just fight against any foreign bodies, and this blood platelet, whenever the blooding is happening, it's forming the clot so that the blood excessive blood loss should not happen. Okay, now this lymph, it's a colorless fluid, and it is a part of a blood, and it is just similar to blood that, but it's not RBC containing, or some blood proteins are absent in the lymph. Okay, and WBC is present in the lymph, but it's lacking RBC and some of the important blood proteins. Now nervous tissues, all of you know, as it's specialized to transmit one info messages from different one part of body to the other part of the body, and through which link it's happening, through the brain, spinal cord, nerves. Okay, all these are the parts that are composed of the nervous tissues, and these nervous tissues are very highly specialized. They contain the nerve cells or neurons, and they have the ability to transfer the information from one part of a body to the another part of the body. Now here we are going to deal with another structure of the neuron. It is an elongated structure, and two main parts, that is cyton and the cyton, this is the dendrites. Okay, now it has a nucleus. Okay, as you can see, this is a nucleus, axon, and thread like branches also, which is known as dendrons. Now this dendron is again divided into dendrites. This is dendroid, it's getting branched, getting divided into number of dendrite. And one of the longer branch, you can say, it's known as a axon. Okay, when this axon bundle together, they form a nerve that is connecting the brain to the spinal cord, and whatever information the brain want to transmit to different parts of the body or from different parts of the body through the spinal cord it getting to the brain. In this way the messages is being transported between the different parts of the body to the brain, and from the brain to different parts of the body. And children, for today's homework you are supposed to do this, draw the structure of neuron, okay, with the labelings, plus you have to write the important points, the portion till I have taught in this video. Okay, good night. Thank